Hello, my name is Inan, and this is my Milestone 1 video for my project for Blue Stamp Session 3. So the project I chose to work on, as you can see in front of me, is a voice-controlled car. This is its completely constructed form. You can see there's a ton of wires which are running into, which are hooked up to each of the motors here, which are these yellow things underneath the top bit of the chassis. This is an ESP32, which is like the computer bit of the motor. It handles like the behaviors, how fast it moves, which direction it can move in, stuff like that. That's the battery pack on the top there, and that red little thing that's lit up right now, that's the motor driver, which is where the power is circulated to and then directed into the motors.
So here is a quick glimpse of the code that I'm using, which was uploaded onto my ESP32. As you can see here, I have code declaring the pins that I'm using for each individual, for each side of the motor. The motors are hooked up in pairs for each side. There's a lot of other very fun technical stuff, but basically what this does is these low and high variables, they're the ESP's equivalent of zeros and ones, and when they're both set to low or high, as you can see here, both pins are set to low. That's when the car stops moving. So that's, and that it says the config declaration of motor stopped. And then moving backwards, one is high, one is low. And then if you switch that, it would be moving forwards. Yeah, so there was this little bit here, which was which basically what this bit of code did here was made the motor move forward with increasing speed. We commented that out because right now with just the battery pack, those 12 volts aren't really enough to power all four wheels. And you can see in a second that the car moves pretty slowly, and this code is pretty simple, but we're gonna be able to find an alternative to that battery pack very soon.
So as you can see here, I've now plugged my ESP32 into my computer, which is now giving it power, and that's what that long black cable is for. So now you can see the code in effect. The code basically tells the ESP to tell the motors to move forward, stop for a few seconds, and then move backwards again. And that's set on a loop right now. It's very simple as of right now, obviously, but the code is very configurable, and just by adding a few extra parameters and variables, it just got a little bit stuck because the wires are still a mess. But by adding a few extra variables and parameters, it can easily be fixed and also expanded upon. So, and that's going to be part of my next milestone, hopefully. I'm going to be working on the MIT App Inventor to create a voice control OS for this robot, and it's going to include commands like go forward, go backward, stop, turn around, stuff like that. Maybe I might even be able to put like sensors on it. Well, hopefully I'm planning to put sensors on it so that it can know to automatically avoid obstacles and stop in front of walls and stuff. But I'm also thinking of putting some sort of recognition software on it so that maybe it would be able to recognize where a human is and be able to come back to them or something like that. That one's a little less likely, obviously, but the rest of it should be pretty feasible. So yeah, I'm excited to see where I can take this project, and thank you for watching.